Okay, let's go to get to game number 2. The Washington Capitals at the Florida Panthers. Puck will drop at 7:30 Pacific, 7:30 Eastern time, 4:30 Pacific. Panthers head into the season winning 12 of their last 15 games. That's tied for second in that span, while the Capitals are 7-5-2 in their last 14, which is basically 500. I know 7-5-2 sounds better, but those two games at the end of that are losses. So I always put them under the loss column. This is a Capitals team that's basically playing 500 hockey during that time. And that shows because it's with that record that's tied for 15th in that span of time in the NHL. So that's about right, about 500 hockey. Let's take a look at the number on the game tonight. As we've expected, Florida is a huge favorite, minus 220. I think that money went up. That line went up to 230 for a second, back to 220. Probably some parlay money pushed it up, but now we have some buyback with the Washington Capitals. 6.5 over minus 20. That also has been bet up. So the public likes Florida a little bit. I think there's a little bit more money on Florida tonight. Definitely on the over, and why not? The Panthers are involved. So Florida and the over, I think, is where you're going to see public money coming tonight. Samsonov against Bobrovsky, and this is a chance for Bob to really step up and say, hey, look, no matter how bad I've been in the postseason or how bad my numbers look in the postseason, I've got the number one team in the league right here. And that's just not that's just not guesswork. That is statistically factual. I mean, we get to see another President's Cup trophy winning team try to navigate the postseason, which really has not been where the eventual Stanley Cup champion has started out from. In fact, if you look back at the numbers, President's Cup trophy winners have not fared well at all in the postseason. Despite the capital, but I mean, when you look at Washington, and they are absolutely loaded. I mean, they're loaded and not only they're loaded on the top end, they're really top heavy, but they're loaded in pedigree. And a lot of these guys, I mean, we remember in 2018 when they won the Stanley Cup against the Vegas Golden Knights, a lot of these guys are still there, especially the top 6 guys. This is an organization that certainly knows how to win. This is not going to be a pushover for Florida at all. But the problem is I can't overlook what Florida's done in the postseason until they give me a reason to say this is not what the Panthers are going to be about in the postseason. I cannot ignore a 34-7 home record. By the way, that's 83. That's an 83% win percentage. I cannot just turn my head and say, oh, I think that's going to change against the Washington Capitals, who squeaked into the postseason. 100-point team, no, for sure, but nonetheless squeaked into the postseason. I think for Washington, obviously they're going to need that home ice advantage because the Capitals are one of the better road teams or the best road team in the National Hockey League. But I'm just not going to go against what I know. The Capitals for sure can match goals with the Panthers, but with Alex Ovechkin not 100%, or even if he plays, I don't think he's going to be 100%. That's going to be a major advantage for the Panthers, who own the league's top offense, the top power play unit. And until I see that shut down, it's going to be very difficult to go against. They were the only team in the league to average 4 goals this year. They averaged 37.3 shots per game. So there is no team in the league, and you could just watch this. This is not statistically. There is no team in the league that puts more pressure on their opposition than the Florida Panthers, and I just don't think that's going to stop tonight. So let's go to our official selection. Panthers have scored 5 goals or more in 32 games this year. That team is so deep that we see Sam Reinhart with 82 points getting third-line minutes. Outside of Tom Wilson, the Capitals are too top-heavy for me, although they can stay offensively with the Panthers for at least a game. I don't think they can for the series. But I think Florida's going to be too much. I think they're going to overwhelm a Washington Capitals team whose number one weapon might not even be 100%. We're going to lay the goal and a half and get the plus money with the Florida Panthers tonight.